Morning everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison. Good to be here. Hope you had a good weekend, whatever you were doing. I had a relatively good weekend, but it was good. It was good. I'm not going to kind of go into it, but it was good. Right, okay, I'm just going to see if we're live or not, just to make sure we are, and see if everybody's in the house. But it was good. Yeah, we're live. See that there. Excellent. So I'm just going to jump over and go to the kind of comments area. Okay, Adverhagen, welcome to you. Good to see you here. Chris Noble, James, Oklahoma, one of our brilliant admins. Good morning all. Odd to be up for the live this day, but welcome to all across the pond. 2:30 AM in Oklahoma. Wow. Now that's dedication for you. That was good to have you, James, and I've seen your chat this morning as well. So that's really good news as well. Matthew Parks is in the house. Rob UK, another one of our brilliant admins, back from over the pond. He's back in the UK. So good to see you here, Rob. Monica's in the house. Kim O'Brien, another one of our brilliant admins. All the admins are here. Kim's off school for the next six weeks, I think. Well, she's not really off school, but you know, she's a. Oh, I'm not going to say that. It's kind of personal. It's our own stuff. John Warburton, Mark Scott, Mike D, another one of our brilliant admins in the house. Derek Holroyd, Rachel Kent, RC. Peter Harding, Mitch Dieter, Gethin Davis, Jacob Hopkins, Harold D.H., Mac Pollen, Philly W, David Schwartz, Bruce Rudling, and Liam Hunt, and Abdul Hamid is in the house. So welcome to you, everybody. Really appreciate you taking the time to be here. Okay, what the hell's happening? Bitcoin is still going up, much to a lot of people's surprise. But we're going to just have a look at the Bitcoin chart just now, just to see where it is just now, because I've seen it jumping up. It's up to 7759, so it's not quite getting to the 7,800. So we're just looking at the Heikin-Ashi chart. 7825 it reached, 7825. So it's trying to break the 7,800. So we need to kind of put this line here as well. Copy. Put this line up as 7,800. That's the kind of magical number that we're looking to break through. We're looking to close on that 7,800, so it's broken through the 7,500. That is no longer the resistance, so that will become the new, put that round about there, 7,524, that will become the new support line. Hopefully that's going to become the new support line. So this is good news and bad news, because when Bitcoin shoots up like this, they kind of also go down, but only momentarily. So they also come back up once Bitcoin stabilizes. But if everybody FOMOs into Bitcoin and it shoots up past 8,000 and it goes up past 9,000, then the alts are obviously going to go down. Apart from, not all of them, but a lot of them will go down, and the kind of cream of the crop will come to the top with that as well. And we can start to see that happening just now. Cardano is going up. I've got a kind of message about Cardano as well. So that's what's happening just now, 7751. So it's been rejected at 8,000. That's the first time at 7,800. Sorry, not 8,000, 7,800. First time in a while. When did it last go to 7,800? Was back on 3rd of June. And it got rejected back then as well. We can see this on the daily. And this is why it's so important. But it's been rejected 1, 2, 3 times. So this will be the 4th time of trying. Usually after 4 or 5 times, and we said this about the 7,500 mark, after 4 or 5 times it will break through, but it's knocking on the door 7,800 again, and I think we're going to break through it. And where is 8,000? 8,000 is a psychological barrier. If we can get through that, then we're kind of flying with Bitcoin. But first barrier is $7,800, and I think we're going to make that. It's tried to do it, and it's tried to do it back in June as well. Didn't quite do it, and this will be the 4th time of trying on the daily. So it's looking good for Bitcoin. We'll go to the markets overall. Crush the likes, everybody. If you like these videos, remember and hit the like button. If you haven't already, hit that like button just now. And if you are not subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell as well. You'll get a notification every time I go live. Or if you're watching the replay, you'll get a notification as well that I've done a video for you. Okay, so just refresh this, see where we are with the overall market capitalization. 290 billion has been traded. market capitalization. You can see the BTC dominance has gone up to 45.7, and we'll just look at the chart. This is slowly creeping up all the time. You can see from here from 36% up to 45% just now. You can see back in the day in January when Bitcoin was up to 86%, and this is how kind of the alts go down. So 85% are in Bitcoin. If you think about that, 85% of the everything traded and the total market capitalization is in Bitcoin. That's when it's up at 85%, that's why the alts go down. So it's not necessarily a good thing that Bitcoin shoots up. It's a good thing that it kind of slowly rises, because when it slowly rises, there's a kind of balance between the alt trading and the Bitcoin trading, and there will be another alt season because the alts are still very, very, very low. Very low just now. So there will be another alt season as well, and we can see that back. It really happened at the beginning of kind of June-ish time. Kind of alt season was coming into play. So we'll see when it comes this time as well, but we need to pick obviously the good projects as well. Okay, so that was the overall market cap. I was looking at BABB earlier on. I'll kind of speak about BABB as well. So who's the winners? Just now, got Bitcoin Diamond. That's not correct. It's not $4.53. And so just discounted that just now in CoinMarketCap. Ogre had a huge run up yesterday. I was making a video yesterday for the premium members about a new trading kind of chart strategy. It's not a strategy, it's just a system. New trading system, and I was speaking to the premium members about it. As I was doing it, Ogre was jumping up big time. I think it went up by about 60% at one point. So that's looking really good. And why is Ogre? If we look, this is what we've got to look for as well. A lot of people are kind of forgetting this. So Ogre is $37 just now, and it has been as low as about $21, $3.44. That was back in January. It's now up to $37, but it has been as high as $107. So it's still a wee bit to go to reach its all-time high. But look at the circulating supply of this. I don't know what the total supply is, but the circulating supply is 11 million. And there's another one that looks good for a rise as well. And that was, where is it? I'll just find it. One second. MCO. That was it. $8.04. That seems to be rising as well. Monaco, because of the circulating supply and its total supply. So we want to look for good projects like this that are in the top 100. And look for the kind of lower circulating supply as well. So in the top 100, Mixin, obviously up at 502. So Maker up at $628. Digex, Veritasium. These are all low kind of circulating supply coins, but are still good teams, good projects. And there's still ones out there that have been kind of missed. And I think MCO is one of those. We've also got Monero as well, but that's up to $134. Bitcoin Gold, I think, is going to do really well as well in the coming months, as is Bitcoin Cash. That's coming back up, but that's jumped up already. Bitcoin Private, maybe, if people adopt it as well. You've got Populous, who's the other one. H-Share could do really well. It's only 586 and there's 43 million circulating supply. So that's something to remember when you're kind of investing long term in coins. Look at the circulating supply of these as well. Okay, I'm just going to go back to the chat, see who else we've got in. Cole Phillips is in the house, got Gregory, Davey Stew, another one of our brilliant admins. I think all the admins are here apart from a Deb. Good to see you, Davey. Debbie Claydon is in, James Oklahoma. Any thoughts on Dent? It's been flirting around 40. Yeah, I'm going to look at Dent as well. George Charles is in the house. BTC dominance 47.7%. Sorry, 45.7, yeah. Crazy high. It is high, but if we just seen that back in January, it was up to 85% dominance. Despicable Wombat, greetings from the land down under. Good to see you here, mate. If you're new here, remember to subscribe to the channel. I don't think I've seen you here before. Despicable Wombat. Honest Crypto Journeys in the house. Welcome to you. Good to see you here, buddy. BABB. Yep, I'll be looking at BABB as well. So we'll just look at a few coins, and we'll look at a new strat. I'm just going to tell you about it because I made a video for the premium members about this. So I'm going to look at this for you. So here we have a traditional kind of chart. It's a traditional candle chart, and it tells you the kind of highs and lows. You've got the wicks there as well. We'll just kind of put this to the side so we can see it. So what I've been doing for the premium members, so I make calls every day. I've not done the ones this morning. I'm going to do it after this live. I make calls every day for the premium members, and it's $37 a month. Plus you get to join a brilliant group of people, an amazing group of people who are very knowledgeable, newbies, and kind of, I don't know if there's any experts in the house. I wouldn't even consider myself an expert. I'm always learning. And we've got a brilliant bunch of people in there, and it's just worth it just to join a group alone. But you also get the daily calls as well, around about 10 coins every day that could go up for that day. So what I've been looking for is ways to get better calls, or better entry positions, better exit positions as well. And I've been on this kind of quest ever since I started crypto. And I've slowly been refining. And I think I've found a good charting system. It's called the Renko system. So I was using this to start with and using the 15 EMA. I was really looking at that, and it kind of works, but there's still a little bit debate about when to get in, when to get out. So we're looking at the Heikin Ashi chart. That's the one we're on just now. This is a traditional one. The candles, you can see there's a lot more noise in this. The Heikin Ashi, that was working for a while. It was working better than the traditional candles, and now I've found the Renko candles. And so the Renko system, this is on a daily chart for Bitcoin. So with Renko, you're cutting out the noise altogether, and this is not time-based at all. These candles are not for a day. It's all kind of price-based. It's just price-based action. That's all it is. So one candle could take 5 days to kind of get there. But what we do is we look on the kind of hourly chart, and we can see here that if we go into Bitcoin at 6,334, we'd have got out of the trade around about 7,324, which is a $1,000 rise, and we'd have got back in again at 7,392, and we'd have been about $350 up, and it's still going up just now. So each one of these green candles represents $76.3 dollars. So it just depends on how high it's going, how much it's moving. Like yesterday when I done the video, each candle represented about $46, but now it's representing $76.3. So to make a green candle, it has to jump by more than $76, well, $76 from the previous green candle. And these give us our entry positions. I've told the premium members exactly when to enter, exactly when to exit as well. But this looks much smoother than we did get on the traditional kind of candle chart. If you see here, it's very clear when to get in, when to get out. On the candle chart, it's nowhere near as clear because there's lots of ups and downs on this. But on the Renko chart, there's not all these ups and downs that you see. Obviously, you have to set your stop losses as well. Just as normal, you still set your stop losses, but we've got a clear area where to set our stop losses as well, and our stop losses are not as high as like 10% or something like that. So if we were to enter here, our stop loss would be about 2.5%. Yesterday was about 1.67% our stop loss, but because Bitcoin is jumping up in price, obviously the higher this number is going as well, the $76.3. So this is really good, and this is what I'm kind of using for the calls now. And if we go back to, even if we look at the daily cuts out all the noise. You can see all these green candles. So from here, this is back in the 15th of November. You could have gone into Bitcoin as 6,478. and rode it all the way up to this area here at 15,791 before getting out, and then you get back in again, ride it up to here, in and out. So it tells you exactly where to get in, where to get out. So you could have had initially 143% just on Bitcoin alone. So making 143% on Bitcoin is a big deal. So that was from the 15th of November, and you would have got out on the 8th of December. So it was only a month to wait until you got 143% on Bitcoin, and then you'd be back in again on the 11th of December, out on the 19th of December. And it's just a really good kind of charting system. Obviously you still have to keep an eye on the price because there's a lot of ups and downs. So if we go back to the candles, you can see here how kind of messy that is on the way up. You'd have been in and out, in and out, in and out, and it'd been a bit of a nightmare kind of trying to decide where to get in, where not to get in, when to kind of exit. But with the Renko charts, it's relatively easy to kind of figure out. Obviously it is relatively simple, well, it is really simple as well. It's just a matter of looking at it and seeing when to get in, when to get out. If you're a premium member, I've done a video for you, and it's in the announcement channel. So if you're a premium member, don't worry, I explain this in much more detail. But this looks really promising for crypto. A lot of people use it in the kind of stocks and the FX trades as well. I'm just going to see just now, watch list. This is really good for trading indices as well. So I like to trade the FTSE 100, sometimes on spread betting. So it's going to be really good for that as well. The FTSE I'd have got in it 7091, got out 7689, so it'd been a 600 point gain on the FTSE. Obviously I have to set my stop loss and look at the kind of prices, but a 600 point gain at £10 a point is £6,000, and that's in the space of, well, that'd have been April. Actually, that's on a daily. I wouldn't get in on a daily. I'd probably be trading the hourly one, and you can see it's kind of up and down just now. But on the hourly, on the FTSE 100, I could have gone as 7042. That was on the 5th of April, and got out the 23rd of May with an 800 point gain. So it would have been $8,000 in a month or something like that. But that's back testing. Obviously the proof is in the pudding, is actually using it for trading. And sometimes you're going to go in and you're going to get 2 bars down as well. If you're a premium member, you'll know exactly kind of what I'm talking about here if you've watched the video already. But the Renko chart looks really good. Check out the Renko chart if you haven't already. Okay, we'll just go back to, we'll look at a couple. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to look at Dent just now. I've been stuck in Dent for a while, actually. So literally been stuck in Dent. So Dent just now, this is on the Renko. It's got 2 green candles here, which is good. 2 green candles represent, or 1 green candle represent 2 Satoshi because the price is so low just now. So it's 2 Satoshi. It represents 40 and 50. So for that to get another green, I would have to go up to 52. And at the moment it's at 47. So just take a look at the trading for Dent as well. Key is shooting up just now as well. We kind of called that yesterday, and that was using Renko as well. So look at the trading volume for Dent at the moment. So it's taking a wee jump up. You can see it was down as low as 42, and it's taking a jump up to 47 just now. Trading looks good. It's kind of balanced on either side, and there's big kind of buy walls and there's big sell walls as well. So it was good to see that kind of went up to about 52 yesterday before coming back down. So it could be the start of something bigger, but at the moment, would it be a good entry position here just now? No, it wouldn't be a good entry. Unless this maybe gets up to 50 again, then I would say it'd be a good kind of entry point there, around about 50 if it jumps up. And 52 would be a confirmation of that if it got up to 52, and then just trade it up. But we'll need to wait and see on this next candle where it's going. If it gets down to 46, where it's at just now, if it stops there in the next 9 minutes, we're going to get a red brick here on the Renko. So we need to wait and see what happens. Another one look at as well. I don't think this is doing much. That's still going down. It's at 40 Satoshi just now, and it's still going down. That's PundyX. They've just released news as well. PundyX, I just seen that from James. PundyX, Twitter. No, that must have been on there. I'll just have a wee look. 1 wee second. No, PundyX, X Medium. Was that on Medium? They've just been listed on OKX basically. I was just looking for the news there. Bear with me a wee second, I'll just find it. Just go back to my ugly mush. I just find it in Telegram group. Because James posted it not long ago. Where is it? There it is. Okay, happy to announce here in Korea, NPXS is coming to OKCoin KR. So it's OKCoin, sir, not OKX. OKCoin KR. Stay tuned. Listing exchange cryptocurrency, blah blah blah. So it's been listed on a Korean exchange. So that's good news. I'm just going to see if they've announced it as well. No, it's not translating. So not one of the bigger ones, but it's still being listed, which is good. It's listed on another exchange. So that could bring the price up, but we don't know if that is going to bring the price up for that. We'll just look at, and Dent has just gone down. Again, NPXS. It's just going down every day for that, but there's big buy and sell walls here as well. So it's not looking brilliant for PundyX just now. So if you're a holder like I am a holder as well for the community coin as well as the 3 to 6, I should have got it a long time ago, but I didn't. So I don't know what's going to happen with that as well. Okay, we'll just look at some news just now. So this was news that the G20 says crypto assets can be a great benefit and do not pose a threat to global financial, paving the way for greater adoption. Standards and report to come in October. So this was from the G20 kind of summit in Argentina. And if you go to the communique from the G20 at g20.org, you can see there's a communique for July. And item number 10, technological innovations, including those underlying crypto assets, can deliver significant benefits to the financial system and the broader economy. Crypto assets do, however, raise issues with respect to consumer and investor protection, market integrity, tax evasion, money laundering, and terrorist financing, which I thought was really strange. They never ever say that about fiat currency or kind of banking online. They never ever kind of talk about that kind of stuff, but they're talking about in crypto still. Crypto assets lack the key attributes of sovereign currencies. While cryptocurrencies do not, at this point, pose a global financial stability risk, we remain vigilant. We welcome updates provided by the FSB and the SSB and look forward to the further work to monitor potential risks of crypto assets and to assess multilateral responses as needed. So it's saying it's recognising that the blockchain is the underlying kind of technology is really good and can be really, really beneficial, especially in a kind of financial system as well. But obviously it's still talking about these kind of old threats of crap, to be honest, like terrorism. That's just unbelievable. We've seen a video last week as well, and that guy, I can't remember his name, but he was talking about it as well, posing kind of energy threats and kind of terrorist threats and kind of people buying drugs with it. Obviously a total shill. I wonder how much he got paid for that. Well, that's just an allegation. I'm not going to say that. Well, I've just said it, but it was unbelievable. I don't know if you've seen that video posted in the premium group. Unbelievable. Okay, so we'll go back to, yeah, so that was good news, relatively good news, but it was kind of, you give it in one hand, take it in the other. But it was still okay. This was a piece of news. Weiss Ratings poll declares Ripple best for moving funds between exchanges. So there was a Weiss kind of done a rating, and they kind of got 7,598 votes, which is the best for moving funds between exchanges. So Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin, or other. And Ripple won by far 78%. So I wonder how much of their community kind of got over there and voted. So these kind of ratings, whilst good, it gives us some kind of indication of what people are thinking. They can be obviously fixed. Well, not fixed, but you can. Somebody could have posted in the Ripple kind of chat forums and stuff like that as well to get over there and vote. And maybe that's what's happened. But maybe a lot of people are using Ripple. I've certainly never used it to kind of transfer funds from Coinbase or something like that to the exchanges. But there you go. I just thought that was kind of interesting as well. I think Ripple are going to do really well, actually. I think they're going to do, you're going to be surprised by Ripple by the end of the year. Not that I bought into it, I just see the potential of it, and I do see the price going up again as well. Another piece of news, Coinbase gets 20 billion prime client ads back on Facebook. So Coinbase, San Francisco-based cryptocurrency exchange, already valued as high as 8 billion by itself, had a couple more additional positive developments recently. The company reportedly landed a 20 billion prime client and got its ads reinstated on Facebook. This was another kind of thing as well. So it's been focusing on big institutional money coming in recently, launching a custodial service. This is a big thing in cryptocurrencies for big investors, is this custodial service, meaning your Bitcoin is going to be safe. So the custodial service, if your Bitcoin was stolen from Coinbase, for example, you're covered. They cover you. Coinbase are covered. So if you put in 20 billion, all the kind of Bitcoin got stolen, Coinbase would cover that. That's basically what the custodial kind of service is. So it's just a safe way to secure what you're buying into. And earlier this year, establishing Coinbase Prime. So a 20 billion hedge fund has already signed up for the Prime business, according to people familiar with the matter, cited by Business Insider. So 20 billion hedge fund. Now that's not to say they're going to invest 20 billion in that, but it is good that this big hedge fund client has got in as well. And the fact that Coinbase ads are back on Facebook, they're also back on Google as well, which is a reverse on what Facebook were doing. They're banning all kind of cryptocurrency ads, any kind of ads, but now they're back in the game, and kind of that came out a couple of weeks ago, talking about the reversal on the kind of cryptocurrency ads on Facebook, and now Google has done it as well. I think, yeah, Google brings back Coinbase ads, so it's done on Facebook and Google as well. So we've got an ad here from somebody in the kind of Reddit in general cryptocurrency. Just got an ad saying Coinbase, sign up today, buy and sell Bitcoin, coinbase.com. So the ads are back on Google as well. Okay, and this was a piece of news from Ethereum World News. 1 week away from Tron secret project announcement. So in June, during a celebration livestream to commemorate Tron's Independence Day, the official diversion of TRX Genesis block away from its ERC20 roots, Justin Sun tantalised fans and investors with news of a secret project, and it's going to be out on July the 30th. So it's a long anticipated secret project. However, nothing has really happened with the price of Tron. In fact, it's gone down. If we just look at Tron just now and see where it is. Tron Bitcoin Binance, we'll look at candles. So you can see it's down to 462 at the moment. Down to 462. So a lot of people are not doing anything about this kind of anticipated secret project, or I don't know if it's apathy with Tron, I don't know what it is with Tron just now, but normally you'd see a kind of run up. We've only got about 7 days to go till they announce something, and there's not been a run up yet. So I'm kind of expecting a run up of Tron. If we look at the Renko chart, just see where it's gone. That's still down, so it's not even indicators on the Renko that it's gone up. It's still down at the moment. So this could be a good opportunity. Whenever you see kind of a rise happening, this might be the anticipated kind of secret project kind of rise that's going to be coming about. And with Tron, you don't know, it could just double overnight. That's the thing with Tron as well. And you never want to be out of it too long. So these represent good prices, but I'd wait and see until it comes back up just a tad. Just a tad. So that could be happening with Tron as well. I think that's what's going to happen. This is from Ethereum World News as well. Charles Hoskinson envisions Cardano as the first $1 trillion cryptocurrency. Now, I'm hearing more and more about Cardano in the news and the kind of price movement, and there's more and more positive stuff coming out about Cardano all the time. Much like when you see in the news, I'm just going to check actually. This is a kind of good indication. If we go Google Trends, Cardano, we'll go crypto. No, just go Cardano. I'm just wondering what it's coming back up to 14. Cardano coin, we'll just look at Cardano coin. So it was high, and that was in December, January, an all-time high. It's coming back up again. Breakouts, there's all breakouts here. Cardano ADA. And this is on the search. So it's coming back up again, Cardano. So I'm hearing more and more positive news about Cardano. And this is the kind of thing I remember with the likes of Ripple, as well, with the likes of Ethereum, when that was kind of like $7 and stuff like that. There was more and more news coming out. Neo as well, to a degree, when that was kind of ant shares and that was cents instead of dollars. More and more people were talking about how it was going to be the new kind of Ethereum, how it was going to go up in price to $100, and a lot of people at the time are going, there's no way that's going to happen. But this is the kind of thing that's happening with Cardano as well. So I would look at Cardano for a long-term play. We're talking maybe 6 months, a year, and you could be really surprised with that as well. Currently it's about 18 cents just now. I think it's ADA 17, 18 cents at the moment. And I think this is going to be those ones, and we'll just look at ADA just now. Cardano, what's it valued at, the market capitalization? So 4.5 billion just now. So could it 10x possibly, 45 billion? I think it's one of those projects that could be really up there. I really think it could be in the top 3 actually, Cardano. So this will be a good time to look at Cardano as well. And it has been as high as 31 billion market capitalization and the price of $1.22. So just to get to its all-time high, and this is the most positive sentiment I've seen around about Cardano, apart from January, December, January time. It's the most positive sentiment, and more people are talking about it. So just to reach its all-time high, it's an 8x, 800% increase from here. And then to surpass that, obviously, you've got 1,000%. So I think that's something that Cardano is going to do. And we're starting to see the moves just now in Cardano. Okay, so I wanted to look at BABB as well. So BABB, with the crowdfunding, where are they just now? So £1,092,980 just now. So they're still £408,000 off the kind of target. So they've reached 72%. They've got 33 days left. The price just now, obviously, not good at the moment. This is the lowest I've seen it for a while. So 12 Satoshi at the moment. So if we're going to KuCoin, it's just gone down all the time. And as I said, I'm a long-term holder of BABB. And we'll just see where BAX is just now. So the sales are at 9 million, 12 million, 10 million. So we've got a couple of sell walls there and a couple of buy walls. But if you notice on KuCoin especially, if you notice on KuCoin, we've got a buy wall of 2.2 Bitcoin, then 1.69, then 1, then a third of a Bitcoin, and then is all the way down to 1 Satoshi. So from that point of view, it doesn't look good if we're looking to kind of trade kind of BAX, because somebody could come in, swoop and sell like 4 Bitcoin worth, and the price kind of can shoot down on KuCoin down to 1 Satoshi. So we need to kind of safeguard that, and obviously they'll be looking at things to safeguard that, and I think bringing in market makers would be good for this, and people who can provide liquidity in the market as well. Obviously, we can do that as investors, or traders as well. We can do that off our own back, and it's just a good opportunity. And I did think about it, if I'm being really honest. I did think about it, but I just didn't have enough kind of Bitcoin. So this is not price manipulation. It's just to provide liquidity. That's totally different from price manipulation. But you could, if you wanted to, if you had 10 Bitcoin or something, you could totally manipulate the price of BABB and make a lot of money from it as well. But we need liquidity in the market for BABB, and we needed to kind of not get on other exchanges. I would focus on KuCoin and provide the liquidity there, but that's obviously up to BABB and see what they do with that as well. But the price is not looking brilliant just now. It's still long-term investors, still extremely confident. I had the chat with Paul and Adam last week, and I kind of put the video on that. If you've not seen that, go back and watch that video. And I'm really confident about where they're going in the future, about the banking licenses, and I think it's going to turn around soon as well. So that's with BABB. I know a lot of people are invested in BABB, and I'm still very bullish on it, and it was getting a bit jittery because the price was going down, and I did sell off. I was way too top heavy in it, so I did sell off some BABB and got into something else, but I've still got a lot invested in that just now. Okay, where are we? So Atif, your BABB strategy is just to hodl. Veritasium, even with the low circulating supply, is a scam. I've never looked into Veritasium. I know a lot of people kind of talk about it. I wouldn't buy it. But no, kind of did look into it, but I didn't look into it too deeply enough. But I didn't like the look of it when it first came out, so I've never really looked at it again since. Studio 10, good morning to you. Drew, Key is breaking out. We'll just have a wee look at Key, see what they're doing. It kind of broke out yesterday. Yeah, it's still going up. So 224, so it's going out big time. So if you're still in Key, excellent, well done to you. Up 42% at the moment. Oh, wow, it's just kind of shooting up just now. So I'm just going to see what price I kind of recommended. Key recommended at 157. So 157 round about here. So that was represented a 50% increase. If you got into Key when it was recommended the other day, it had been up 50% just now, which would have been fantastic for your portfolio, and it's still kind of going up just now. It still might rise. So we'll just have a look at the Renko chart as well. So still saying it's a good time to get in. 224, one of these represents 216. Represents about 6 Satoshi. So it's still going up at the moment, although it's just starting to kind of come back down just now. So maybe another wee red candle forming here. So you can see why Renko is looking so good as well. 156 you could have got in. It's still going in just now, 40%. So that would have been good. So if you're in that, that's fantastic. What else is kind of jumping up? Ogre is still going up. Although it did shoot up and has kind of come back down again since. But it's still up on its price yesterday. Nulls, I noticed this morning, was starting to go up as well. And come back down a wee bit from its high. That's doing good. What's doing good on KuCoin? We'll just have a look at KuCoin and Bittrex. Markets. And that's BTC price. That can't be the high. All right. Hat, never heard of Hat. Key up 19%. Maybe a bit of arbitrage there. 220 and 219, so no arbitrage in KuCoin. EBTC up 15%. Nulls, Manitha is up 6%. There's not big, huge jumps. What's Bittrex looking like? Let's see what's high in Bittrex. Explore markets. Yep, Ogre. Rubycoin is up. Gambit is up as well. They're in double digits. That's looking good. Okay, I'll just go to the comments again. Where are we? Latif, I think BABB should sell in bull run. Who bought an ICO? We should not be worried about BABB. I'm not worried about BABB at all. Keep breaking out. Yeah, looked at that. Gethin Davis. So Tron apparently going to start the hype train again any day now. Some major partnerships to be announced. Moon talk aside, Tron FA is so strong. Yeah, I think Tron is going to start any, I'd say any minute now, to be honest. We look at Tron again. I think it is going to start any minute, and expect that when it goes, it's going to go. I'll just look at the normal candle chart. Yeah, 460 is going to. We'll see what happens. I wouldn't get into it right now. If you want to maximize your profits, I'd still wait on a turnaround happening. There's no turnaround signs at the moment, but when it turns around, it's going to turn around very quick, I think. Key has gone nuts. Yeah, it has. It's gone mental. Gethin Davis, 2000 TPS as opposed to Ethereum 17 TPS. Yeah, I do think, I've always kind of said Tron is a good one for the long term. Errol Silverman, hi Steve, do you need the paid version of TradingView to view the Renko candles? I believe so. I believe so. I'm just going to, somebody was asking this question the other day. I'm just going to go into an incognito window and go to TradingView. Say on conversion. I don't think I can get into the charts from here, can I? No. So I need to sign in with another one. But I think on the Pro version, which is you can get a free trial for the Pro version, it's $29.95 a month after the free trial, the 30-day free trial. Then on the Pro version, you'll be able to get the Renko charts. But I think it's still available when you sign up for free. Just going to see. No, I'm not going to sign up again. But I think it's still available on for 1 hour or more for the Renko charts. So yeah, I think it's there on the free version as well for 1 hour or more. So if you want to do it for 30 minutes, 15 minutes or something, or it might be a day or something like that, I can't remember. But just on TradingView, it is worth the kind of investment of $30 a month anyway. And this should save you if you're doing the kind of Renko trading as well, along with the premium members. Mike D has answered, yeah, yes you do, mate, Pro version. And say, look on CoinSpot exchange charts from Australia, they are very simple. I've never actually looked at CoinSpot. CoinSpot. Markets, BTC. Yeah, this is the Australian dollar price. 10,399. The buy order is at 9855. It's ambitious. And the sell order is at 10,399. Okay, I've never actually checked that out. So Steve, did you have a lovely weekend? Key will surprise me again. We'll go back to 290, 390. Mac Pawn. I did have a relatively good weekend. Key will surprise me again. Yeah, it's going back up. And just see where Key is just now. See what's happening with Key at the moment. 215. It's kind of coming down slightly, but still up there and starting to climb again. So that would have been a really good trade if you managed to get into that yesterday. On a crypto journey, just your opinion. Do you think BACS will ever reach 10 cents or $1? And if so, what timescale could this realistically happen? 10 cents I can see happening. Maybe within a year. I'd say maybe a year from today. $1 I can't see happening unless there's trillions and trillions. The market's going to look totally different in 1 year, obviously. But $1... oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. But 10 cents I can see happening, yes, within a year. And rub this joint when will Pundy X lift off? Volume up a bit, but not price. Rub this joint. Haven't a clue, mate. Haven't a clue. My crystal ball is just not working just now, but we'll just need to wait and see. I think it's going to pick back up again, but every time we kind of keep thinking that, we think, oh, it's reached its low. And this is the thing with the markets as well. There's never too low for a coin unless it goes to zero. There's never too low for a coin. Whenever you think it's too low, look at it again and say, how low could it go? It could go lower than it's actually going just now. So where is... Look at the market capitalization of this as well. So still, market capitalization is still 270 million, which is decent. It's ranked number 49. But the price, you're talking 40 Satoshi just now, when we've seen the price as high as 221 Satoshi, 5 times where it is just now, or 233. So 5 times where it is just now would put it up to $1 billion, and I think that's maybe the issue here with Pundy X. I think a lot of people are looking at that because before Pundy X it wasn't on CoinMarketCap. It's been a long time it's not been on CoinMarketCap because of the circulating and total supply kind of issues they had. It wasn't issues that they had, it was just trying to get that to CoinMarketCap and letting them know. And ever since it's went on to kind of CoinMarketCap and kind of came on to Binance, then the price has kind of gone slowly, kind of bled out. And I think it's because people are looking at this and saying, oh, it's 49, where's the potential from here? But obviously there's still huge potential from here. And if it gets to its all-time high by another 5, it's going up to $1 billion. Now, how many companies are in $1 billion? Market cap just now? 20. So to surpass Go, VeChain, Binance Coin possibly. And we've got to ask ourselves, is Pundy X worth that? Just now. So, but what they're doing for the crypto space, I think, is absolutely brilliant. So I think, yeah, definitely could be. And definitely could get 5x'd again from here. So I do think it's going to go up. It's just going to be a long-term hold, I think. It's going to be one of those ones. It's just going to take off when it does take off. No time scale at all on that. Mixed Laws, good morning, Steve. 5 o'clock here in Australia. Excellent. Good morning to you, or good afternoon to you. Good evening to you, even. What about Tron? Big secret announcement on the 30th. Yeah, we just spoke about that, Grotzel. TRX down, 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 and not done yet. Yeah, I still think it's got some way to go. Just look at the kind of trades on Tron. So Tron just now. We'll look at the depth. So it's kind of big. There's big kind of buy walls here around about 450. Yeah, 5.5 million, but that's not really big. That big for Tron. It's only 24 BTC. And I've seen Tron kind of tune that up and spin it out within a few seconds sometimes. But there's also big sell walls at kind of 473, kind of all the way up, basically. And so just look at some of the sell walls. They're not that big, to be honest. 463 is a 10 Bitcoin sell wall, 462 to 7 Bitcoin. And after that, you go 490. This is just going to absolutely fly when it gets going. 555. $460, $461. So it's about to go up to 462. Once that gets eaten up, although there's just a kind of sale just came on. 350. Once it blows, it's going to absolutely blow. You're going to see 20, 30, 40% increase in one day for Tron. So just now what people are trying to do, I think, is really guess the bottom. I think that's what they're doing just now. They're trying to guess the bottom, and a lot of people are kind of going in and then coming back out because they've guessed the bottom wrong. But I think once this goes, it's going to absolutely blow sky high. And we're talking 40-50% in one day. It's just trying to get in at the right time. I'll be looking, yeah. But these seem to be about the levels. If we just look on Tron here, this is on the 6 hourly. So the last time it was this low was 4th of April. And the lowest it's been is about 316. And we just look on the daily chart for Tron. Yeah, about 316, the lowest. Obviously, it's been lower than that as well, but we're talking about in the last 8 months or so. So still going down 459. So you see on the chart that you would never ever buy into this if you just look to the charts. So based on the fundamental, and the fundamental is it possible good news is coming out. Based on that, that's the only reason you would kind of get into Tron at the moment. If you're just looking at the charts and you're very unemotional, you didn't know anything about the company, anything about anything else, you would not get into Tron just now looking at this chart. And there'd be no way in hell you would get into it. But because you know there's a piece of news coming out, then that's the time to maybe kind of look at it and say, okay, what's happening here, and set tight stop losses as well. So it's going to blow up, I think. Getting Davis, the BTC dominance is crushing the altcoin market gains. It is. Of course, as everybody's speculating on kind of Bitcoin going up. And we'll just have another look at the Bitcoin chart just now and see where it is. 7743 at the moment. Been as high as 7820, so it's still trying to break that 7,800. And when it does break that, I think it's going to go through the 8,000 mark and relatively easy. And then we're going to see kind of higher gains than that. So it's still going up just now. Tony Fernandez, yes, Kin. Kin is doing good as well. Kin is doing brilliant. I don't know where it is. I've never checked it today. But that's had a good run up as well. 217. That's had a really good run up. Yeah, because it was as low as 149. It was even lower than that. I think it was 133. When I looked at it again as well. So yeah, 217. That's a really good run up. I think Kin is definitely a long-term hold. I've kind of mentioned that loads of times in the past. BTC going up in value, but alt market coming down. Yeah, that's people taking the money out of alts and putting into Bitcoin. And it's so swings and roundabouts. When Bitcoin kind of stabilizes, then everybody's kind of in a good mood. And they start kind of taking out the Bitcoin to trade alts again. That's when the alts will go up. And then hopefully with the big institutions coming in, Bitcoin price will still go higher, as well as the alts going higher as well. And what do you think about Zilliqa? I think it's going to do well for long term. If you're in it just now, Zilliqa, that's a price chart just now. So it's in at 946. Has been as high recently as 2153. So I think that's going to do really well in the long term. Zilliqa. I say Zilliqa. I don't know if it's Zilliqa or Zilliqa. So I've looked at this before. It's ranked number 27 just now. And we've got market capitalization. It's only $500 million. Sorry, $500 million. So we've obviously seen this before, but I'm just seeing if there's any more kind of news. So gaming and entertainment, digital advertising. Have they changed their website? Yeah, it's a good website. So yeah, I think for the long term, I think it's going to be really good. Zilliqa. As for Hagen, crush likes. Yes, crush likes, everybody. Is self-key any good? It's good for trading. Certainly, it's a brilliant coin for trading. If you've been in and out of self-key, yes, it's a brilliant coin for trading. For the actual what it does, obviously never used it or anything like that, so we don't know. You need to kind of do a bit digging on that. Marcus Jafari, morning all, excellent video on Renko for the premium group. Cheers, Steve. My pleasure. I hope you enjoyed it. I thought I was trying to make it as easy as possible, but if there's any questions on the Renko chart system as well, if you're in the premium group, let me know in the premium group, and I'll do another video with kind of a Q&A for that as well. Or I might do a live sometime. No, I could do a video on it. Can you bring up the stop loss with the faint green candles like the ones on Key Liam Hunt? Okay, so Liam is in the premium group, so I'll just do that for you just now, Liam. So Key, bugger off, man. Right, we're going to go to the hourly and we're going to go to the Renko chart. Okay, so here you can see a faint green candle here. It's faint green just now because it's not quite fulfilled it's got to get up to here at, I think, around about 216 before this green candle will fill. But there might be a couple of faint green candles on the Renko because it's not hit the hour mark. So if this was still here and there was another kind of candle, faint green candle forming, like we've seen here in the past, if there's another faint green candle forming on the hour mark at 10 o'clock, because we're on an hourly, these two green candles will turn bright green like these ones. So we can see here, this candle was at 8 o'clock, this was at 8 o'clock, this was at 8 o'clock, and this was at 7 o'clock. So three candles were formed from 8 till 9 AM. So the faint green one, Liam, is just forming just now, and this tells you the price movement as well. So it's at 214 just now, and it needs to reach 216 before that is going to be fulfilled or printed. They call it printed. So before that is printed as bright green, and on the hour it has to reach 216, and it's just about there just now. So if we just wait on that, it might reach 216 while we're on air just now. 215, where is it just now? Just click a key. Tron still going down. 213. Yeah, 212 is coming down a wee bit. So you can see this candle coming down as well. So you need to wait and see. What I would do is kind of look at the trading volume. Some big buy walls there, which are protecting you, and not as big sell walls here. But people could just come in and just start selling. So the order books are good to look at, just to see the kind of sentiment overall, but doesn't tell you that much, obviously, that's going to give you an advantage. Yeah, so it's looking good for still rising, to be honest. But I need to wait and see. You can see there's a red candle forming here. Let's look in the 15 minutes. And what I would be doing is maybe waiting till 188 and get back in again, or just seeing what happens with the price action. So it's a difficult one when something rises already. I would never ever FOMO into it. It's gone up from 150 yesterday and gone up kind of 40%. Would I get into just now? And you might get a few Satoshi out of it, a few percent, or might rise even higher. You might get 10, 20%. But I'd say a tight stop loss if you're going to do it, if you're going to get in here. But try not to kind of FOMO. The trick is trying to get in before it starts rising. So you want to look at the stop loss here. So if you're going to get in just now at 210, for example, you would set a stop loss of about 197. So that means that would be when the next kind of candle form, the red candle would form around, it would form at 198. So you'd put your stop loss about 196, 197. It might be way too tight for that, but I would still set it that. That's where I would do that, because the next red candle is going to form if it gets to 198. That's when the red candle is going to form, but it's still trying to push higher. It's still trying to push higher just now. What are we at? 216. So we should see that green candle 16. So that'll fulfill, that'll be printed as bright green when it comes to about 10 o'clock, if it's still the same. And if another candle forms as well and it goes higher, that'll be printed as well at 10 o'clock in 30 minutes time. So I hope that explains it, Liam. But if there's any questions, just ask in the premium group. How long will you hold your BABB to sell and see? Just until they kind of reach their potential, until they fulfill their potential. Once they've got the banking licenses, once they've got the black card, once they've got the app up and running, and they get more licenses as well, then I'll look at reducing my holdings in BABB. So I'm not going to say a specific price. I've always said, I think it's 5 cents. If I ever reach 5 cents, we'll have a party at the castle, a BABB party at the castle, and that's a castle in kind of Edinburgh, just outside Edinburgh. So I definitely stick to that and definitely still do that. Looking forward to that if it ever happens, if it ever gets to 5 cents. So I would reduce my holdings over time. So it wouldn't be that I would just get out of the game altogether, because obviously I still want to support them. I'm a big ambassador for what they're doing, and the whole ethos behind what they're doing as well, I think is really good. But we need to wait and see. We'll need to wait and see what they do and what happens with it. What percentage of your portfolio should hold in BTC? Thanks. It just depends. I'm a high risk trader investor, so I've not got a lot of Bitcoin in my portfolio. So I've got, at the moment, I'm just trying to think, I've got about 12% in Bitcoin, but I should have, I would say 40-50% in your portfolio of Bitcoin. But I'm a high risk kind of trader and investor as well, so I go for the high risk. Although Bitcoin doesn't represent, or it could get you 200% gains, 300% gains from here. So I'm starting to go more into Bitcoin. I've just started pushing it into Bitcoin. That's why I'm up to 12%. I was as low as like 0% in Bitcoin, but now I've gone up to 12%. And I'll keep on pushing more in as I make profits when I'm trading. Seen a Twitter post by Justin Sun on July the 18th. Tron now accepting a random cafe in Spain. Shows an image of the counter and payment notification. First one I've seen. Excellent. What percent or done that? Did you manage to take a look at CET? Errol Suleiman. Yes, I did. I did look at CET. That's one I was going to talk about. So it's a new, and this is a new, I've noticed this kind of coming out as well. A lot of these exchanges, if you look at this, so this is CoinEx, CET, and who was it that first mentioned that? I think it was Dilligaf, who was known as Dilligaf in the kind of premium group. I don't know kind of his real name. But he first mentioned this, but I think he kind of spoke about it all the time and just kept on pushing it and kept on pushing it. But looking into it, and Davey kind of from a admin group as well looked into it and said it actually looks really good. So the two of them kind of made me look at it, and I did kind of get into it and look at it. But basically, when you're trading on CoinEx, for example, and they trade a hell of a lot, they've got about $370 million worth of the trading, which is a lot for a kind of an exchange. And you get some of the fees back from holding CET. This is a native token on the exchange, so you get some of that back, and plus you'll get mining kind of fees as well. So they're using it for mining. So you can see here it's mined already 646 million kind of CET out of a possible 3.6 billion. And you're getting about 0.54% back. So you're going to get it back in BTC, you're going to get it back in BCH, you get it back in CET, the native token, and a couple of other tokens as well. So you're getting 0.53%. But the only thing is, if you're putting in, say, 0.1 of a Bitcoin, you have to buy CET. And CET is going up in value, is going up and down all the time. So at the moment, the USDT price of CET is 0.924 cents at the moment. So when I got in, I think it was about 11.4 cents. So it's kind of gone down. The value of what I put in has gone down, but obviously I think that's going to rise as well. So you've got an inherent value in the CET token as well on CoinEx, but there's a couple of other exchanges doing this as well. So they're mining this, or they're using the kind of fees for mining, and they're giving it back to its users. So I think it's really good. I think it's a brilliant concept. I think it's a brilliant idea, and I have invested in it as well. So whoever Dilligap was, and Davey, thank you very much for kind of putting on to me again, because he'd looked into it further. So I don't know who Dilligap was. I don't know if it's you. No, it wasn't Errol Suleiman. So yeah, I did look into it, and I think it's a really good idea. So thanks for bringing that up. I forgot to kind of talk about it last week, Errol. David Stewie, good day, Steve. I don't want to sell too many of my alts to BTC when they are low, just in case alts run. I think the alts will run. There'll be an alt season back again, coming again. So it's just, I've been talking about kind of going into BTC. And when I went into BTC, obviously I got out of kind of BABB a little bit, because I was top heavy in BABB and I put it into BTC. So that's the only one I've done just now. But as Bitcoin rises and as the alts rise as well, I'll start going more into BTC. So I'm not doing it right now. BABB is the only one I've kind of gone into it with, and I put some money into CET as well. Mike D, watched Renko video 3 times now. Better than a good film, LOL. Excellent, Mike. I hope, see Mike, if there's any questions, obviously, you know, you can ask me as well. But I just think it's such a good kind of little system. And if the premium members, obviously, if you're a premium member, you can ask any questions and I'll do another video for you as well. And see, do you think BABB team are party animals? I hope so. Also, if they come to the castle, that'd be fantastic. David Stewart, I love CET, guys. I'm using CET dividends to turn into BTC daily, trying to increase my BTC holdings that way. I think that's what I'm doing as well. No, what I think I'm doing, but I'm doing that as well. So you get 0.53% in Bitcoin Cash, for example, CET and kind of other ones, and Ethereum as well, and you just turn that into Bitcoin. Especially if Bitcoin is low just now, it's a good time to turn into Bitcoin. If we think it's going to go up to $50,000, it's going to represent a brilliant opportunity to turn that in to kind of Bitcoin. So CET looks a really good system. So I do want to thank Dilligaf and Davey Stew for kind of bringing that up and kind of talking about it as well. So big kudos to you. Errol Suleiman, thanks Steve. Oh, okay, my camera's just gone out. I just realised I was over time. So I do apologise. I'm going to be able to, so you're not going to be able to see me just now, but you can still hear me just now. So I'm going to leave it there anyway. I'll leave it there for just now, but thank you very much everybody for being here. Didn't realise I was over time, but thanks everybody for being here, and I will speak to you tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, till next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.